everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino. What you're going to be listening to today is my last scoop show on WLSS, which airs Saturday, which is tomorrow at 12 o'clock on the radio locally here in Sarasota County. I'm playing it out here for the Uncensored pages because it covers the issues that I cover on the uncensoredreport.com. Issues such as police militarization, the greed that's overtaken Christmas, and just how we've gone into this whole crazy, bizarre world out there, as Kramer would say. So take a listen to it. My actual live show will be back on this Monday, the 15th at 11 a.m. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. Enjoy this show in the meantime. Let's get it queued up. There you go.
The Scoop, covering the Sarasota County area news with opinions and passion. This is The Scoop.
You're not going to know about it because DePino didn't think it was important enough to inform you. She has essentially turned this into a de facto homeless shelter, folks. I saw primarily a bunch of homeless people in there.
The Scoop, sponsored by philsgang.com. Only $49.95 a month.
Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino and welcome to the Scoop Radio Show, which is sponsored by philsgang.com. Check out his show every Monday through Friday at 9 and again at 3. It is Saturday, December 13th. This is my last day on WLSS, but fret not. You can still catch me at the uncensoredreport.com Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. So what are we going to talk about? I'm not sure. Today I spent the last couple of days out surfing. I came straight here to the studio to do this show, and I thought, what can we talk about? I wanted to talk about police brutality. That's on my mind a lot with Ferguson and what's happening in New York and a lot of places. I want to try to squeeze in some talk about Christmas, since Christmas is right around the corner, and some of the concerns I have with Christmas. Right now the trees are up, the music's blasting, and the cool winter's making us feel a lot like Christmas. It won't be a white Christmas, but we're starting to feel like it. So we got a lot on our plate. But first, I just wanted to talk about just people in general and just this crazy, bizarre world that we're living in. You probably see it if you follow my Scoop pages. I've been living in a bizarre world myself with some major media just coming after me, attacking me left and right because they're afraid of the little guy. The guy that offers a free service. And it's been a real bizarre world. So I thought, let's conquer that and let's put in perspective the whole world. So I feel like this a lot of times, that I'm living in a bizarre world. I look around and it seems as though in some form of mass psychosis has descended upon most of the people around here in Sarasota County or throughout the world, throughout the nation. Things that would have had Americans angrily marching in the streets a generation ago, back in the 60s, now are just accepted as normal. They're normal in the eyes of the sheeple. If the talking heads and that endlessly spewed nonsense out of their mouths, they spew it out at us through their television, telling us to believe something. And like sheeple, we sit there and we soak it in and we believe everything they're saying, no matter how absurd it is. Most people just go along with it. And I got to stop and ask why. Why? Before we had televisions and radios and computers and movies, the internet, all that crazy stuff, people actually had to go out and do the hard work of, get this, thinking for themselves. I know, it's craziness. But now we're so plugged into this giant matrix that tells us what to think that we believe. They tell us what to believe, how to feel about things. Unfortunately, the people that are telling us what to think and believe are delusional themselves, folks. The blind are essentially leading the blind, aren't they? And as a result, our nation is coming apart at the seams. And we've seen it today, like the GOP doing a little backstabbing there. Obama tells us, he goes out, he'll tell us that, hey, this $18 trillion debt, it's under control. What the heck is his definition of under control, folks? Because in my mind, that's not under control. That's a runaway freight train. The anointed one, he'll walk around like an emperor. He rules by decree, and nothing is done to stop him. The liberals are walking around picking up the mess behind them. The GOP's right there too. They're saying one thing, yet they're right there following in line with our anointed one. You got the Jesus folks out there. Only 36% of our citizenry can name all three branches of the government, while the other sheep are watching the latest happenings of the Sons of Anarchy. The federal government, they're out there, they're rummaging through our email and our calls, collecting all of our personal information. And hardly anyone gets upset. They just pass legislation saying, hey, tough luck, we're going to go through it. How many people know what happened today? The sheeple, they're out there and they're condoning it. And that's probably because 30 million of you are taking antidepressants. Just to make it from day to day. Put the damn pill down. Wake up. Smell the coffee. Go outside. Realize that there's 2.5 million homeless children out there living in our nation, and nobody's calling it an urgent matter. Instead, Obama's out there spending billions upon billions of dollars out there nation building in the Ukraine, Iraq, Syria, Libya. And this is even leading to more homeless over there in those countries. Take care of our own. Spend the money here. And so, I keep going back to this original question. Do you ever feel like you're living in this crazy bizarro world? I think Kramer on Seinfeld used to call it the bizarro world. Well, I'm telling you, I do. How about the actions out of Ferguson with the militarization of our police? That's another thing that's just driving me crazy. How it's become a race issue. It's about police brutality, folks, not race. President Obama made the point of that the proper response to the whole Eric Garner case up in New York, that whole controversy, should be the focus on police brutality. And I'm glad he finally said that, because he was making the focus all about race when it was Michael Brown in St. Louis. Finally, he's looking beyond his own hang-ups. However, will it help the situation that we find ourselves in now, folks? I don't know. I want to stay positive and believe it, but I don't know. Another gang or goon thug murders has been let off by a racist grand jury and racist non-prosecutor, right? Is that what many of the activists will lead you to believe? Are you buying into it? Is it because we're all racist? The NYPD are so sorry about the collateral damage of protecting the public from criminal and terrorists. Without the deaths of the innocents, none of us would be safe. That's what the New York PD's telling us. And that's why they got to get that chokehold on Eric Garner. I mean, don't you feel much safer now? I do. Oh, I do. Our safety depended on this New York Police Department to go out and murder Eric Garner, a father of 6, who was a threat to no one. Oh, well, he was a threat to the government because he was trying to sell those cigarettes without paying taxes. A crime worthy of being killed, right? Another police murderer of a U.S. citizen who was no threat to anyone. No one. Just more collateral damage. As the U.S. military calls it, when the U.S. forces blow up a kid's soccer game or a wedding or a funeral over in the Middle East, any concentration of people is considered to be enemy force and a legitimate target. And that's the current police mindset that we're seeing. This includes those people that are out there picketing. Now, only a dangerous domestic extremist would think that a goon thug should be held accountable for any mistakes. That's right. I mean, after all, the 21st century American courts have established that those in the executive branch are above the law. American judges are sworn in to uphold the U.S. Constitution. You know, that little piece of paper that tends to be ignored by the anointed one. But this has not stopped them from subverting it in the interest of executive power in order to make us all safe so that we can sleep at night. We can continue to be the sheeple. We can watch our reality TV and not face the facts, not see what's really going on around us, what's going on outside, how we're being manipulated. All right, folks, we're going to continue this conversation, and hopefully I'll have enough time within the show to get to Christmas and how greedy it's become. We'll be right back.
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Java Fit from Longevity. Our delicious gourmet Java Fit coffees feature a blend of 100% premium Arabic coffee from the finest regions in Latin America. Its freshly roasted beans in each unique blend are carefully chosen by an experienced staff. Check it out today and help support the channel at therogrant.com. Longevity from therogrant.com. On the go, Healthy Body Start Pack, 30 packs. In order for your body to function properly, it needs a wide range of daily vitamins, minerals, aminos, and essential fatty acids. Even when you're on the go, don't forget to feed your body with the nutrition it needs, which can easily be done with on-the-go Healthy Start Pack. So, start your quest today to get healthy tomorrow. Longevity by the uncensoredreport.com. Ultimate EFA 60 soft gel tablets. Ultimate EFA is 100% organic and features a proprietary blend of essential fatty acids derived organically grown flaxseed oil, herbicide and pesticide free, folks. Barrage oil and fish oil. They deliver a healthy balance of omega-3, 6, and 9s. Ultimate EFA. This is a must-have for people who want to derive the benefits of a full range of essential fatty acids organically. For the best results, Ultimate EFA as a part of your full nutritional program that includes Majestic Earth Classic. Brought to you by therogrant.com. Slender FX Weight Management System, chocolate fudge, formulated for healthy weight loss. This system contains Slender FX PM Cleanse, Sweeties, meal replacement shake with a chocolate fudge taste and a food fiber. Are you serious about losing weight? Get Slender FX Weight Management System now and begin your quest for a slimmer you. Longevity.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
Saber que el tratamiento es completamente gratis nos quita una preocupación de encima.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
I'm here today with Phil'sGang.com's Phil Grandy. Phil, tell us why the Phil's Gang show is different than the other shows.
Because my show, we combine social talk with finance. Nobody else does that. There's either finance, which is so boring and you turn the station when you hear it, or there's all social talk. Mine is different. Mine is social, and I combine it with finance, and we make it very interesting, and we give good information.
Phil, what does Phil'sGang.com offer to the individual investor?
Low fees. It's the 401k fees that are killing people. Just a 1% fee wipes out 28% of all the money you put away for retirement. The average person pays 3%. So that means on $1 million, if you're lucky to walk out with $250,000. So I offer a simple, low-cost, exchange-traded fund retirement fund, and the fee is only $1 in, $1 out for your exchange-traded fund and your membership of $49.95 a month. There's nothing better.
For more information, please go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grandy, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Phil Grandy is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
Saber que el tratamiento es completamente gratis nos quita una preocupación de encima.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's being taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino, and this is the Scoop Radio Show with my sponsor, philsgang.com. Check him out every Monday through Friday at 9 and again at 3. We were talking about the militarization of our police force and some of the grave concerns that I have out there with the sheeple. Let's talk about the, only a dangerous domestic extremist, I think that's where I left off, would think that a goon thug could be held accountable for mistakes. Think about that. I mean, the courts have established that the executive branch has, they're above the law, and we're seeing that a lot lately. And that's the biggest concern that we have out there, folks. How is it that legislation after legislation, executive order after executive order, continues to be pushed out, and nothing's being done? Orders that are in violation of our constitutional rights. Accountability would prevent our government from protecting us. Law gets in the way of protecting innocents from fabricating charges and citizenry from a tyrannical government. How can we, any American, be safe unless the government has total power to protect its citizens, right? They need total power to declare any one of us a threat and thereby subject for extermination. Without any evidence. Well, Obama's put that into action, hasn't he? I mean, really. Without the authoritative, powerful, and unrestrained government in Washington and in the police, how would any of us truly be safe to walk the streets at night? Think about it. Threats would be everywhere, and we would be murdered in our beds by domestic extremists, if not by terrorists. Without total power, Washington would be unable to protect us. Are you buying this, folks? Are you buying that without losing all of our rights that have been provided to us, that we wouldn't be safe, that an extremist would come and just rip us out of the bed and decapitate us? Threats would be everywhere. There's two characters, Joseph Stalin. You remember him, right? And Adolf Hitler. I think combined they killed about 30 million people. They've shown us the way. And Washington has taken it to heart as long as you understand that killing is what makes us safe. Are you on board? The more killing, the more safer we are. We should feel pretty safe right about now, huh? Who knows? Maybe you'll be next. But it will just be collateral damage. It's not important. It's not an issue. It's an essential element of keeping America safe. And the problem is and continues to be that only government and police believe this, because I know the people listening to my show don't believe it. You can't be on board with this, folks. And I'm believing more and more people are waking up and don't buy into it. You got the protesters. They're out there flooding the streets of New York. We saw it last week with the grand jury deciding not to charge Officer Daniel Pantaleo in the death of the 43-year-old Eric Garner. Poor guy was choked to death for the crime of selling untaxed cigarettes. So what's next? There's video footage out there clearly showing that Garner offered little or no resistance. It was not acting aggressively towards the officer during this whole arrest process. He was just saying, hey, look, this is like the 20th time. You guys are arresting me for something frivolous. And despite an army of social justice warriors who immediately reacting to this decision by stoking yet a more racial division, it was left to none other than President Obama, the anointed one, to remind all of us Americans that police brutality is an issue that impacts everyone and should not be about race. Obama. It is incumbent on all of us Americans, regardless of race, religion, faith, that we recognize this as an American problem, folks. It is not a black problem. It is not a brown problem. It is not a Native American problem. It is an American problem. That's quoting Obama. Unfortunately, Obama's sober analysis was almost universally ignored by irate leftists. You know, those damn communists that were out there? They took to Twitter to blame Garner's death on the white people, the white man, rather than corrupt police officers. Forget the fact that Garner's wife even came out and said it's not a black issue, folks. I've never seen a president. You know, this guy was supposed to bring about racial relations, to better it, bring us all together. He's divided it. By the evening, hashtag criming while white was out there. It was trending, you know. Caucasians were falling all over themselves to apologize for all of our white privileges. You know, we were out there, we were telling the anecdotal tales of how they had escaped police retribution after committing minor offenses. We felt so bad. Absent from the discussion was the fact that white privilege counted for the very little in this case. And both this Kelly Thomas and James Boyd, both white, both homeless, both of whom were summarily executed by police. They begged for their lives. Yet you don't even hear about it on major media. The only time you hear about it is when it's a black individual and a white cop. Why? Why, folks? Instead of what should have happened, the left has managed to turn this whole Ferguson protest, the Eric Garner backlash, into Occupy 2.0, a divisive revolution, which will go nowhere because it alienates half the population out there. Instead of having a nuanced debate about what drives police profiling of black people and why cops immediately resort to violence in many cases, collectivists have ensured that the narrative is focused solely on white guilt. White guilt. It's a misdirection. And it only serves to fuel the cultural race war that's out there. Communists groups have hijacked the cause to push an anti-capitalist economic sectarianism. We're going to be back, folks, after these commercials, and we're going to talk more about this issue. We'll be right back. Fit from Longevity. Our delicious gourmet Java Fit coffees feature a blend of 100% premium Arabic coffee from the finest regions in Latin America. Its freshly roasted beans in each unique blend are carefully chosen by an experienced staff. Check it out today and help support the channel at therogrant.com. Longevity from therogrant.com. On the go, Healthy Body Start Pack, 30 packs. In order for your body to function properly, it needs a wide range of daily vitamins, minerals, aminos, and essential fatty acids. Even when you're on the go, don't forget to feed your body with the nutrition it needs, which can easily be done with On the Go Healthy Start Pack. So, start your quest today to get healthy tomorrow. Longevity by the uncensoredreport.com. Ultimate EFA 60 soft gel tablets. Ultimate EFA is 100% organic and features a proprietary blend of essential fatty acids derived organically grown flaxseed oil, herbicide and pesticide free, folks. Barrage oil and fish oil. They deliver a healthy balance of omega 3, 6, and 9s. Ultimate EFA. This is a must-have for people who want to derive the benefits of a full range of essential fatty acids organically. For the best results, Ultimate EFA as a part of your full nutritional program that includes Majestic Earth Classic. TheRogueRant.com. Slender FX Weight Management System. Chocolate fudge. Formulated for healthy weight loss. This system contains Slender FX PM Cleanse, Sweet Ease, meal replacement shake with a chocolate fudge taste, and a food fiber. Are you serious about losing weight? Get Slender FX Weight Management System now and begin your quest for a slimmer you.
It's absolutely free, no credit card required, no ID required. Simply pop your email address in the box. That's investyourself.com.
I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grandy. Phil, do people really get hurt with 401k fees?
Sure, you're seeing it today like no other time because most people don't understand the fees. And when the 401k started out, it was a perfect timing because the stock market was roaring for 2 years. So they didn't care what they were paying for fees. It always looked like they were making money in spite of the fees. It wasn't until the market broke they found out that they were being scammed by fees. At just a 1% fee, they wipe out 28% of your money.
So you're saying there's a big difference in how much money you end up with at retirement.
Amazing that 85% didn't know what effect these high fees had on their retirement money. For every 1% they pay, 1% takes away 28% of your retirement money. 2%, you lose more than half of all the money you put away for your retirement.
Fees are damaging your future, your retirement. Learn more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What makes investors around the world successful? They're savvy, they do their homework, they look for the best value, and they find it at Interactive Brokers. Phil's Gang chooses Interactive Brokers, stocks, options, futures, forex, bonds, and worldwide from one account. I recommend Interactive Brokers to all my Phil's Gang members. I use it myself. Check them out. Go to philsgang.com and click on the Interactive Brokers graphic. And that's philsgang.com.
Listen to what people say about philsgang.com.
You know, I'd listened to you on the radio, and I thought, oh, I love his sense of humor. He can make trading fun. I guess this is the guy I'm going to learn to chart with. The Phil Gang. Phil, I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
For a successful investing plan for any time frame, from current income to your retirement security, philsgang.com puts you on the path to making profits in the stock market.
You make it so simple if they can really grasp what you're trying to get through to them.
Only philsgang.com's Phil Grandy and Donald Cogswell teach you, coach you, and guide you to investing confidence.
Being a gang member, and you're showing us how to trade in any market, which gives you such a feeling of confidence.
Why pay an outrageous fee for a one-time weekend investing class when philsgang.com provides daily investing webinars, alerts, and investing advice for only $49.95 a month, and all material is archived? Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grandy, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Phil Grandy is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
A company always on the run. A destiny.
Hey, everybody, how about that opening song? This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News, courtesy of my sponsor, philsgang.com. Catch him out Monday through Friday at 9 and again at 3. So where did we leave off? Oh, yes. Bolshevism 2.0. It came about from the persecution. Isn't that what we're talking about here? Isn't it? This problem of criminality and violence in the black community has nothing to do with skin color, folks. Wake up! And everything to do with the glamorized thug life culture. You know, wearing your pants down to the ground. It's promoted by those entertainment companies out there via the hip-hop and rap music. You know that. The problem of brutality and abuse of force amongst police officers has nothing to do with skin color. Everything to do with the increased militarization and federal training, which encourages cops to see the citizens, you and me, as the enemy in a war zone. Why? Both of these integral factors have received little or no attention as a result of the social justice vultures that are out there. And they decided, oh no, we're going to make race the issue. But this isn't about white privilege. It's about blue privilege. That's right. I said it. It's about blue privilege. And a system that allows cops to get away with murder, no matter what the skin color of the victim. They have this misplaced anger, and it can only please the establishment, since it ensures everyone is kept locked into a futile craze of blaming each other. Blaming each other while the true cause of police brutality is directed towards both the black community and the wider population remain unaddressed. We see this with how many officers responded to Garner's decision. Some of the police officers, idiots. They were out there. They responded to the grand jury decision, not to indict this Daniel guy, this officer, for the choking, by celebrating the fact that they would now be given free rein to kick some thugs' butt. Are these boys in blue ignorant? Are they ignorant of the fact that Garner's crime was nothing more than selling untaxed cigarettes, folks? Think about it. Comments collected from policeone.com. That's a website where essentially you have to be an officer to get registered. To the verdict of the Free Thought Project Matt Agorist. They provided shocking insight into the attitude of cops and a very real problem of police brutality. The website's comment policy demands that all respondents must be verified law enforcement. So these are Leos on there. It's meaning that almost all the remarks were made by actual police officers. Here's some of the comments, folks. It's crazy. The comments expressed the view of Garner was resisting arrest and did not submit quickly enough. He did not submit quickly enough, so let's kill him. That he died of a pre-existing, and that decision now means that police are free to kick some thug butt. An officer actually said that. Another respondent remarks that Garner's death pales in comparison to a cop's right to protect ourselves and serve the people. Can anybody tell me exactly how this Pentello officer was protecting himself while choking Garner is unexplained? Whether enforcing a cigarette tax via some summary execution really serves the people, does it in any way? How's that serving me? With cops dehumanizing people in this manner, is it any wonder that they'll resort to deadly force so quickly? Of course not. What none of the law enforcement officers seem to grasp is the fact that they can apply a certain level of discretion. Oh, really? You do not have to immediately escalate otherwise completely peaceful situations into a violent one. Was the state's missing revenue from a man selling cigarettes worth more than a life of another human being? I don't think so, folks. And I know you got to agree with me. The comments by these officers once again serve as to highlight the fact that police brutality has become normalized within many departments out there across the country. And instead of focusing on de-escalating situations, officers are being trained to immediately resort to violence. The fact that the vast majority of cops are then indicted or acquitted after a trial, such as the horrific beating death of Kelly Thomas, gives police officers the confidence that they can treat the general public like animals, and in some cases, literally get away with murder. We've been seeing that a lot lately, haven't we? You see this even further with the guy Obama picked to head up the reforming of the police. Here's the problem, though. When a politician claims to improve an oppressive condition, there's usually an unspoken catch. Obama you know, that anointed one, unveiled his plan to deal with police brutality and the militarization, which he never realized was out there. He has ordered $263 million for 50,000 body cameras and called for restrictions and oversight of military equipment. Bravo! What took so long to put cameras on these people? But as we've seen locally with our Sheriff Tom Knight, he has concerns about privacy, and there are legit concerns, and I've covered them before. Though on its face the plan has good intentions, it's already being criticized, as I said, by the activists, by media, by sheriffs. One of the most disingenuous elements of Obama's master plan is his appointment of this guy, this Philadelphia police commissioner, Charles Ramsey. He's going to chair the task force on the 21st century policing. Isn't that nice? Ramsey is co-chairing the task force with Lori Robinson. She's the former assistant AG and professor at George Mason. The force is allegedly responsible for restoring the trust, the good relations between police and communities. While body cameras and restrictions of military equipment are easy to spin as positive, it's not as easy to fake the credibility for Ramsey. This officer, this guy, who is also the president of Major Cities Chiefs Police Association, runs one of the most corrupt police departments in the nation. Yet he's going to build the trust for us. He was once the police chief of D.C., and he has presided over Philadelphia's department since 2008. He worked for the Chicago Police Department for 30 years and is currently a member of the United States Homeland Security Advisory Council. On his watch, a federal investigation into the corruption was launched over conspiracy, robbery, extortion, kidnapping, and drug dealing. The Philadelphia police were caught ignoring thousands of rape cases to keep their crime numbers low. Before marijuana was decriminalized, this Philly police arrested African Americans for marijuana at an even higher rate than the rest of the country. Even after a decriminalization bill was passed back in June, Ramsey vowed to continue arresting pursuant to Pennsylvania's law. Other cops stole $500,000 of drug money from suspects. This is all under Ramsey's watch. And Philadelphia police are no strangers to harassment and murder on the job, which is what Obama allegedly seeks to diminish with this guy Ramsey. Ramsey's cops threatened to beat up teenagers. They actually beat all kinds of people over and over and over. It's in the news. It's documented. They also indulge in shootings, which occur all too often. And then they shirk accountability. Most telling, during this whole initial wave of protests at Ferguson, you had the St. Louis County Police Chief, John Belmer. He sought frequent advice from this Ramsey character on how to handle the situation. It's ridiculous, folks. All right, we're going to continue this conversation after these short messages. We'll be right back for our last segment.
Time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Fit from Longevity. Our delicious gourmet Java Fit coffees feature a blend of 100% premium Arabic coffee from the finest regions in Latin America. Its freshly roasted beans in each unique blend are carefully chosen by an experienced staff. Check it out today and help support the channel at therogrant.com. Longevity from therogrant.com. On the go, Healthy Body Start Pack, 30 packs. In order for your body to function properly, it needs a wide range of daily vitamins, minerals, aminos, and essential fatty acids. Even when you're on the go, don't forget to feed your body with the nutrition it needs, which can easily be done with On the Go Healthy Start Pack. So, start your quest today to get healthy tomorrow. By the uncensoredreport.com. Ultimate EFA 60 soft gel tablets. Ultimate EFA is 100% organic and features a proprietary blend of essential fatty acids derived organically grown flaxseed oil, herbicide and pesticide free, folks. Barrage oil and fish oil, They deliver a healthy balance of omega-3, 6, and 9s. Ultimate EFA. This is a must-have for people who want to derive the benefits of a full range of essential fatty acids organically. For the best results, Ultimate EFA as a part of your full nutritional program that includes Majestic Earth Classic. Longevity by the uncensoredreport.com. Ultimate EFA 60 soft gel tablets. Ultimate EFA is 100% brought to you by theroguerant.com. Slender FX weight management system, chocolate fudge, formulated for healthy weight loss. This system contains Slender FX PM cleanse, Sweeties, meal replacement shake with a chocolate fudge taste and a food fiber. Are you serious about losing weight? Get Slender FX weight management system now and begin your quest for a slimmer you.
With your trades and investments, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, and ask about the Working Investment Retirement Fund. That's 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
Saber que el tratamiento es completamente gratis nos quita una preocupación de encima.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
I'm here today with philsgang.com's Phil Grandy. Phil, tell us why the Phil's Gang show is different than the other shows.
Because my show, we combine social talk with finance. Nobody else does that. There's either finance, which is so boring and you turn the station when you hear it, or there's all social talk. Mine is different. Mine is social, and I combine it with finance, and we make it very interesting, and we give good information.
Phil, what does philsgang.com offer to the individual investor?
Low fees. It's the 401k fees that are killing people. Just a 1% fee wipes out 28% of all the money you put away for retirement. The average person pays 3%. So that means on $1 million, if you're lucky to walk out with $250,000. So I offer a simple, low-cost, exchange-traded fund retirement fund, and the fee is only $1 in, $1 out for your exchange-traded fund and your membership of $49.95 a month. There's nothing better.
For more information, please go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop Radio Show, courtesy of my sponsor, philsgang.com. Check them out Monday through Friday at 9 and 3. You know, during breaks, I talk to my producer, JR, and I'll sit here and look at the Scoop pages, and Eric Beecher came up with a good one. A wise man once said, don't let people rent space in your head. And I love that comment for some reason. You know what? This is my last segment on WLSS, and Christmas is right around the corner, so let's get off the whole cop thing. I could go on for hours about it. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this festival of greed that many of you guys out there call Christmas. And we are a Christian network, WLSS, so I thought, let's cover it. You know, for most people, Christmas is all about presents, right? I mean, who's this guy that you hear people referring to that goes by the name Jesus? How did a supposedly sacred holiday become essentially a festival of greed? Not many people know the history behind Christmas gift giving, and they'll probably be a shock to you, and I'm going to try to cover it if I have enough time in this segment. You know, this year Americans will spend somewhere in the neighborhood of $600 billion in Christmas. But most people have no coherent explanation for why they're buying all these gifts. Those that are Christian will tell you that they are doing it to celebrate the birth of Christ. But giving people gifts on the holiday originated long before Christ was even born, folks. Others will tell you that they are just following tradition. But most of them have absolutely no idea where the traditional Christmas gift giving originally came from. And the truth is that most people simply don't care about the history. They're just excited about all the stuff they're going to get on December 25th underneath their tree. My kids are that way. But if you're curious to learn about Christmas becoming, how it became a festival of greed, just keep listening. I'm going to try to cover it. It was early in America. There was no Christmas giving at all. In fact, the Puritans, they greatly disapproved of celebrating any holiday. And in some areas, Christmas was actually banned by law. Back in 1659, the Massachusetts Bay Colony Legislature even went so far to officially ban Christmas. Just like on that Christmas cartoon, I forget which one it is, with the Barmeister. But the ban remained in place for 22 years until it was repealed in 1681, after a new surge of European immigrants brought demand for the holiday. Even though the ban was lifted, Christmas was not warmly embraced by the Puritans. But weren't the Puritans Christians? Did they want to honor the Lord Jesus? Of course they were Christians. They took their faith incredibly seriously. But they also knew the history of a lot better than we do, folks. And most Christians do not realize this, but Christians did not celebrate anything in late December for the first 300 years after the time of Jesus. The only people that celebrated anything were the pagans. By now, most of you are probably aware of the great Roman celebration known as Saturnalia. But most people don't know that our tradition of gift giving can be traced back to that holiday, when the Roman Empire legalized Christianity back in the 4th century. The Roman government began to put a lot of pressure on the church leaders to fit into a broader society. So eventually, the birth of the Son of God was moved to the time when the rest of the society was celebrating the rebirth of the sun god. December 25th was the first celebrated as the birthday of Jesus in about 336 AD. And in the 350 years, it was officially decreed that Christians would celebrate that day from then on. At first, the new holiday was slow to adapt until about the year 400 started to kick off. Over time, the practice of gift giving during that late December faded. By nearly the 19th century, the big tradition was actually to open presents on New Year's Day. But the merchants, they saw an opportunity. Buying gifts to celebrate Christmas is steep in tradition, dating back to the 1820s, when newspapers began to advertise items for Christmas presents. And that's back according to the Connecticut Historical Society. If a nation had continued a practice of gift giving only on mementos on New Year's, Christmas would not have evolved into this huge retail venture it is today. That would have been more focused on religious aspects of the holiday, not the gifts. But all that changed when gift giving became a way to honor the family relationship. And at first, Christmas in America was nothing like a festival of greed that it is today. Gifts were usually small, modest, and personal. But it's all changed. And that started back in the 1850s, when retailers consciously reshaped the holiday to their own ends. However, for all the efforts of a businessman to exploit the season, Americans persistently attempted to separate the influence of commerce from the gifts they gave. But over time, Christmas gifts came to be associated with that mythological guy they call Santa Claus. Although many parents around the world routinely teach their kids that Santa Claus is out there and other gift bringers, some have come to reject this practice, considering it a bit deceptive. Sure, this broadcast may upset some people because the Christmas traditions are so deeply cherished, but there's no reason to be upset. If you're going to do something, you need to know what it's all about. Knowing the history empowers us to take control of our lives and make better decisions. As a Catholic, I never knew any history behind Christmas when I was growing up. So I could never explain the reasons for why I was doing things that I was doing to others. And no holiday should ever be a festival of greed. So, whatever you're out there celebrating this time of year, make sure you do it for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. You shouldn't be out there celebrating Christmas because the retailers tell you to buy this stuff. The kids come out, and my kids, they do this all the time, and it used to drive me crazy when they were young. They used to judge a good Christmas by how many presents were under the tree. Not the true reason for the holiday, the birth of Christ. And all that's been lost due to deceptive maneuvering of retailers. And it's sad. It's sad. It's such a cherished holiday, you know. And that's all part of that whole bizarre world I was talking to you about. That whole crazy world out there that just is, I don't even get me started on that. But I did want to talk. I am going to be ending this show, and I might be going to one that covers the state of Florida. We'll put that out later. You can continue to see me on the Scoop pages at Venice Scoop, Sarasota Scoop, all that stuff. Just go to any of the Facebook pages. Also, I do my daily show Monday through Friday at 11 a.m., theuncensoredreport.com, where I talk about issues like the militarization of police, mostly with a libertarian perspective on the issues. So check me out at those stations. If we do end up going to this new 8:20 a.m. show on, I think it's Sunday at 1 we're looking at, I will put a message out to everybody. But, you know, since this is my last show, I wanted to thank everyone, especially Mr. Grandy, Phil Grandy with philsgang.com. He sort of mentored me through it. Or how about Donnie Cogswell? He's the owner there. Great guy. How about the guy that keeps talking in my ear every 10 seconds? JR, the producer. Without him, we couldn't get this show produced out there. And lastly, Tom. Tom out there, he's always at the beginning of the show telling me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And lastly, 930 WLSS for giving us the opportunity to come on the air. That's it, folks. For Frankie, I'll see you whenever, down the road. Everybody have a great day.
This has been the Scoop Radio Show, sponsored by philsgang.com.
That's all, folks.